Well, howdy there, Bronco fans. This is Bronco Planet. We are breaking down, George, all the highlights and headlines of the biggest game of the year so far. A win over the Patriots. What do you think, buddy?
Absolutely incredible. Can you believe it? Sunday night football, 30, 40, 50 million people watching. What an incredible game. Whether you were a Bronco fan or a Patriot fan, that was a football game for the ages. We'll be talking about this game for decades. You know it?
No, it was outstanding. Although I must say there was many parts of that game I was cussing at the TV, throwing the old fake brick at the screen. Boy, we started off. Let's just break down the first. We get the ball. Right away, our line gets blown away.
Right.
It's stopped in the backfield.
Right.
I think we have a drop. We're struggling a little bit. Here comes Britton Colquitt.
Oh, what a lousy punt.
A terrible punt. You're giving Tom Brady the ball.
In our territory.
In our territory to start things off. And then, as if we didn't have enough game film on Gronk, it's like you line up a linebacker or a safety on him with no help, and he gets a touchdown.
It was a breeze. I mean, that was a gimme. What was Wade Phillips thinking? I can't believe it. But guess what? He learns pretty quick because that never happened again.
Well, yeah, exactly. It didn't happen again. And then when they did try something late in the game, lo and behold, a shot to the knees and sit down Gronk. And of course, we don't want to see anybody hurt long term. But if you can put somebody out for the game and they're fine next week.
He wasn't there for overtime.
Let's do it, man.
That's good. That's good.
So,
but let's talk about the night, the setting. Can you believe it? Denver, Colorado. It's in the teens. It's absolutely perfect for football. The snow is coming down. The fans are going crazy. I mean, that's football. I don't know how you could have had a better setting.
Yes, and there's nights like this, though. You know who I miss the barrel man on nights like that.
Oh, yeah. He's standing out there three-quarters naked in a barrel. Oh, man.
So, yeah, his spirit was with us for sure. So, all right, let's break down some of the key plays because the Broncos find themselves down
14-0.
14-0, and then eventually 21-7, right?
Right.
Heading into the fourth quarter, we're not looking good at all. And then on a special teams play,
fumble punt.
Yep, fumble punt. Great job by Cody Latimer getting there. I think Barrett was there as well, and all of a sudden we got the ball, and that was a game changer.
That was a game changer. Ronnie Hillman runs it in for a touchdown. Ronnie Hillman, yes, sir.
So, yes, for as many times as we've been critical of this line, and even in this game, they had some moments where you're like, this is one pathetic line. But on the touchdown runs, and that Ronnie Hillman one, fantastic blocking, executed to a T.
Well, what they're showing me is to stand up and block, they're not very good for blocking for the pass. But all of our touchdowns were around the end. And what happens? They were design run plays, and guess what? You got 9 people blocking.
Yep.
You got the quarterback handed to the guy. You got all the receivers blocking, the whole line moving that way, and we scored 3 touchdowns with that same type of blocking scheme. These guys are mobile. They're lighter than the other guys, and they on the move, these guys are great. Standing up, pass blocking. Poor old Brock took some shots, didn't he? Did you see that one to the ribs? That hurt me.
I know, without a doubt. He definitely showed his toughness. And here's a little note to you, Tom Brady. Every time Tom Brady gets hit, my mommy, somebody call. He looks at the refs, he's yelling at them. Meanwhile, a guy with his second start in the NFL is taking it like a man.
That's right.
On every drive, but yet we got to put up with babyface Brady.
He hit me too hard. Throw a flag. Come on.
And listen, Tom Brady is a fantastic quarterback. I want to tell my grandkids about Tom Brady.
Yeah, I got to watch him play.
But act like an MVP. Act like who you are. You were shown up by actions by a quarterback having a second start. Brock, 10 or 20 less yards passing and handles at the end like a pro. Brock had some throws that weren't perfect. I mean, some of the shorter ones in particular, you're like, whoa, that's off the mark. But it comes down to crunch time. The pass to Sanders, the pass to Demarius, amazing touch. by Brock Osweiler. And then, of course, after the game, what impresses me about this young quarterback is how he credits. I mean, those were on a dime, George.
I know.
Perfect
He doesn't
passes,
take credit
but he
for
talks
anything.
about how great the line blocked after getting killed half the game. And he talks about the great receptions that those guys make. And so Brock really kind of came to life. And it's 2 games. We're not going to get overly excited. But he certainly looks like a great fit for this Gary Kubiak.
You know what I like? Last week, he throws a pass to Cody Latimer, and this week he throws it to Bubba. Bubba catches it. Bubba Caldwell in the end zone. These are guys that he got a good relationship, running the second string. That's what it's all about. He trusts him because he had a chance to play with him.
No, without a doubt. I loving that. And then we've got to talk about the guy who scores the game winner. It's our play. Let's pause for a second. This is our play of the game, George.
Yes, no question. C.J. Anderson. Can you believe this guy? We found the mutter, didn't we? Everybody else is slipping and sliding, and he's cutting on a dime. This guy was unbelievable.
I know this. And
After
going
the game, he said,
sideways.
I had on some good shoes. Everybody better get those shoes. This guy was unbelievable.
I loved his interview after the game, too, when they're trying to get him to explain all this thing, and he's like, I don't even know what happened. I saw a hole and I went for it.
I just went for it.
I did the play. So fantastic job. There were a couple Broncos, if we're being non-homers here, that struggled a little bit. And let's start right away with Demaryius Thomas. Boy, what probably his worst game as a Denver Bronco.
He just didn't show up. Let's contrast him with
Sanders.
Yeah. Sanders has that body language, has that attitude. I want the ball. I'll do anything to catch that ball. I'm going to run the best routes. I'm going to stay in every play. And it looks to me like old DT was just mailing it in. I mean, the guy gets this big contract, but he doesn't have that give me the ball. He needs some of that Dez Bryant attitude. Give me the damn ball.
Yeah, no, and I don't know what it is about Demaryius, and we've seen it. We've even talked about it on this show.
Right.
And this is where I hold the receivers coach and Rick Dennison, the offensive coordinator. You have got to get in Demaryius' face before the game. You need to pump that guy up. He's pretty for as dominating a guy he is. And the only time I've seen him really get pissed off and go after it was the Super Bowl loss to Seattle.
Right.
He was the guy.
He was the guy who
until the end.
Right.
And then the Green Bay game, he was pushing people. He was into it. But it's like you got to jumpstart that guy. And they had one target to Demaryius in the first half. And so you take a cold night with a passive guy and you don't get him involved, then you wonder why isn't he getting it together? So
Well, he was targeted 13 times.
I know.
He made one catch. Boy, was it at an opportune time.
Yeah.
And it led to the touchdown.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
I would say one other player on the defensive side that really struggled was Omar Bolden. He had some bonehead plays, didn't do real good. And, of course, speaking of bonehead plays, we had another
Talib. Can you believe this guy? He grabs the guy, he's running down there, he's holding him out of bounds, he keeps holding him out of bounds, and he tackles him 5 yards out of bounds.
And then shakes his head like
who, me?
Yeah.
15-yard penalty. That led right to their score.
And then Von Miller with that late hit on Brady had me cussing every kind of bad word I know.
Oh, I know. Gave him an first down.
But
he made up for it.
Oh, without a doubt. Now, yeah,
But still.
on defense, Von Miller late in the fourth quarter and in overtime, unstoppable. That guy got held at least 3 times.
No, didn't even get called.
And the one that they did call when his head gets snapped back because he got a head to the face, that Brady's crying like a baby, and it's like, just watch the replay, you idiot. He was totally getting held and Derek Wolfe.
What? He had 6 tackles alone.
I know. He was amazing.
He was.
Amazing job in
He's
a
come on
contract
strong.
year, and especially when you got Sylvester going out to see Derek Wolfe play like that. Fantastic. So, at the end of the day, George, I guess at this point I thought we would have 2 losses, but the 2 losses, to be honest, I thought would be Green Bay and I thought it would be New England.
Right.
And instead it's KC and Indy. And I don't know, if we don't snooze this coming week, because I'm a little worried about a letdown, this week against San Diego, and don't we go from one baby to another.
And we're also going from 21 degrees to 70 degrees too.
I don't know how the Montana kid plays in cold weather yet. I mean, hot weather yet. So yes, but we'll see how it goes with Phillip Rivers, and then obviously I think the Cincinnati game.
That's big.
That's a tough defense.
Big game for home field advantage or playing at home and all that kind of stuff.
Well, as we wrap up this edition of Bronco Planet, I want to tell you to go out there and check out Kirk Davis and all his great articles on BroncoPlanet.com. I'm telling you, this guy's one of the best Bronco writers anywhere in town. That includes the Post. That includes Mile High Report. This guy is on it. There's game capsules beforehand. There's recaps. You want to know facts about the Broncos, everything from whose birthday to the latest stats. Are this win's going to be so many for this player? His next reception will take him third all time. Kirk Davis does an outstanding job. You can also follow him on Twitter. And you can follow Bronco Planet and the Denver Bronco Booster Club on Twitter as well. So we'd like to thank you all from tuning in. Next, we said it, from one baby to the next, from Tom Brady to Phillip Rivers, we're heading to San Diego and looking for 10-2, baby.
10-2, baby. You got it. Love it. Thanks for watching.
Go Broncos.
Bye.